would you say your level of education might be?
For me as a clerk, I would be kind of middle educated, enough to know how to read, enough to know how to count, just to keep tracks of our records, that kind of thing.
What level of education would you have to do this?
Very, very few people had educations. Nobody knew how to read or write. But your real education comes when you learn a trade. When you're like 13 years old and then you're apprenticed off to a trade shop. That's when your real education starts.
Do you think there's a significant class gap in Williamsburg?
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. A lot of the people here are lawyers, politicians, stuff like
Yes,
that.
I've heard the governor joke on several occasions that there's more lawyers than people here in Williamsburg. That being said, there's also a pretty significant gap insofar as half the population of the town, literally census data shows that half the population of the town is enslaved. And then there's a gap between the governor all the way down.
So there are certain religious sects in the 18th century, like the Quakers and the Mennonists and the Moravians, who have very distinct dress, and you can tell that on the street. But most people walking the street here, their religion is not very evident necessarily.
Is there like any specific religion you follow here?
Yeah, so me as well as most of the other folk in town would be Anglican, the Church of England.
And is that by choice?
I would say it would be by upbringing. A lot of the religion around here would be what the family people would be born into, what they would believe. They would be raised believing that.
If you had the chance, would you pursue a higher education?
I would if I had the chance, if the opportunity were there. I think I would.
Religion, the Protestant.
Legally speaking, everyone within the colonies has to at least attend Anglican Mass or Anglican Church if they want to exist and participate in society. I know George Washington himself only goes about once a month because that is the legal minimum that you have to go. He doesn't quite buy into the Church of England so much.
Would you say that clothing choice at the time would be more influenced by the global stand or by like England itself?
Because it's all arriving here through England, and London is the center of the world from our perspective. We'll describe it as being in the best of London's fashion, but it is reflective of that global trade. And remember, England is the world at this time. China is England. India is England. So England's massive global influence is reflected in the available goods. And for most people, that's considered in the 18th century a very positive thing. That gives London merchants the ability to buy from across the world in the largest quantities at the lowest price and transport with the least expense. And that gets passed on to each and every one of you as purchasers, consumers, here also. So while today that's empire, and empire in particular has a very negative connotation. In the 18th century, empire is equivalent with globalism, which we think of as a very positive worldview in the 21st century. The two are not really the two are not exclusive.
Any like potential local ordinances or laws that you don't necessarily agree with, or that you actually do agree with?
Well, specifically for me, I do like the law that merchants can't come and just buy up the market. Like I mentioned earlier, I think that one's really important. It prevents prices from increasing and preventing people from being able to get their daily needs.
So you don't like when prices increase, right?
That's correct.
What if taxes were increased and your produce were to increase due to taxation from like maybe England or something? How would you feel about that?
Yeah, that wouldn't be very good. I think when people start not being able to afford their food, things can get kind of not so nice. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good. Do you enjoy the way you're being taxed and how there's not much representation for common people like you? No offense.
No, not too happy. It's kind of frustrating. Makes buying things a lot more expensive. John Greenhow here, he owns his own ship, so a lot of the cost of that stuff goes down. But like anything else that we get imported, it makes it a lot more expensive. Yeah.
Do you ever like bring up these findings with like perhaps your friends or like a local politician? Like, do you ever express these opinions you guys have in any way?
I don't think we can. I'm not sure. I have never done so. I don't think it would go over well, quite frankly, if I tried. I don't know if my friend here has.
I've attended a couple of sessions in viewing down at the Capitol building. Not the closed door sessions.
People tend to be pretty vocal there.
Yeah, so the delegates and the burgesses, they're quite vocal.
La 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 la.